Submaster presents something very special. Ever since I was born in Virginia, my life I've lived around this model boombox. Through Virginia, then Russellville, then North Little Rock. We had this model boombox, our family. The one we had, the record button and the pause button was broken off. Well, later on, as in this current house that we've been living in for 8 years, I've always liked to take things apart, but not put them back together. So, eventually, the boombox was taken apart. But to my gladness and surprise, at an estate sale today, I found, actually there was 2 of them, I got one of them, the same model that I grew up with as a little kid back in the 1990s, with the record and pause buttons. I had to do something to a spring because a pinch ruler wouldn't go up enough to press against a capstan. But I got that fixed, and I recorded a song off a CD that I'll play on the tape. Much to a mono recording. The song's mono. Okay, but it's very neat to have this model. Now voice record. Set the counter, record and play at the same time. Sadly, I do have to admit that this is a DC bias model, but I'm recording with it right now. It has left and right built-in microphones. You could also use external mics if you want. This is Soundesign. It is DC bias, but I grew up with this model. It's very special. Sadly, I do have to admit that this is a DC bias model, but I'm recording with it right now. It has left and right built-in microphones. You could also use external mics if you want. This is Soundesign. It is DC bias, but I grew up with this model. It's very special. When recording through the aux inputs, you cannot monitor what you're recording. It records it, but you can't monitor it, sadly. But here's radio operator.
To back on $1 million weekend. 106.3.
This, you can perfectly imagine this thing sitting in a garage playing a radio or some tape just with the antenna in that position. I mean, can't you? FM stereo, look, it has a nice lights on here.
I have an ice cold beer in the shade.
And not to be outdone.
There's AM.
Let you sleep.
the speakers on AM radio.
Here, but the tornado sirens are going off in the background very loud.
The author
and the finisher of our fight.
We're a line back.
Shall not be.
And it uses the piezo tweeters, but there's plenty of treble out of the 4-inch full range. And then there's a mics. It's a nice stereo. Many memories reside with this one. I remember back when we lived in Russellville, back when my dad was alive, sometimes we would group up around this same model and hear AM broadcasts of the gospel. I remember he called it a broadcast, and it was on AM with this same model. This picture was taken in 1998. It was probably shortly before we moved out of the house in Russellville. There is, I am right there. I wish this thing could focus better. But that's me right there when I was only 7 years old. And there's the Soundesign boombox. That was a closet over there, which I remember was a cool looking closet too, with an odd air vent design on the air vent on the floor. But there can be seen the Soundesign boombox in the background, and you can see, you can barely notice where the pause and the record buttons are broken off. The same model. Isn't that awesome? Shows there in the background. It's the same one. I think that's really cool.